Students, in this video we are going to see the selection sort. This algorithm is one of the easiest algorithm. Procedure is very simple. See, here we have an array. Okay. What we are simply going to do, you are going to find the smallest element from this array and you are going to fill the first position, and then again you are going to find the next smallest element from this array and fill the second position, and again you are going to find the smallest element, smallest element from this array, and you are going to fill the third position. So, like that you are going to find the smallest element from this array and then you are going to fill that with the right position. Okay. This is a very simple algorithm. The steps are: find the smallest element, that is minimal value from the set of elements, okay, and then swap the smallest element with x of kth element, then increase k. Okay. You will be swapping. Suppose here you have got a minimal element, that means you have to swap these two values. Okay. The minimal element को आपको यहाँ store करना पड़ेगा, and thus this element will be stored on this position. Okay. So, like that you have to increase this k value, and again you have to find the minimal element, and that should be swapped with this element. Okay. So, this is very simple algorithm. With an example we will see this algorithm how it works. Okay. For example, you have this array, okay, array, and then how many elements? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 elements totally you have. Your index value will begin from 0 up to 7. Okay. So, initially you consider 0th position is having the minimal element. Okay. So, I am just putting this position, okay, 0th position, 0th index value is having the minimal element. Okay. 3 is a minimal element. Okay. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to compare this 0th element with 12. Okay. So, 12 is the largest one, so we do not need to make any change, and again we are going to compare this 0th element, that is 3, with -5. Now, -5 is lesser than 3. Okay. So, what we are simply going to do is we are going to change this position. Okay. Initially the position was 0, now we are going to change its position, that is 0, 1 and 2. Okay. The position of my minimal element is 2 now. Okay. Now, I am going to compare this 5 with other values. Okay. So, whatever position here I have stored, that value will be compared with the remaining elements. Now, 5 is compared with 6. 6 is the largest one, so we will not make any change. Now, -5 is compared with 142, -5 is compared with 21, and now -5 is compared with -17. Okay. Now, -17 is smaller than -5. So, simply what we are going to do, we are going to make a change over here. Okay. Now, my position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 now. Now, this 17 is compared with 47. Okay. Since it is a greater value, we do not need to make any changes. Okay. So, initially the position was 0 and then it became 2, and now it at last we got the value 6. That means 6 is the index position where you can get your minimum element. Okay. After completing the whole iteration, what we are going to do is you are going to swap these two numbers, okay, -17 and 3, because -17 is the smallest element in your array. Simply you are going to swap these two numbers. Okay. That is what we have done over here, right? 17 and 3 we have simply swapped. So, what we have done, okay, we are storing the position of the minimum element. Okay. Initially we kept it as 0, and then later on it changed to 2, and then at the end of the iteration we got the value 6. So, 0th element should be swapped with the 6th element. Okay. Now, this particular position is in a sorted position. Okay. Now, we have to increment this value. Okay. initially the value was 0, now it is incremented to 1. Okay. So, we are considering this position, first position is having the minimum element. Okay. So, 12 is minimum. Okay. So, now this 12 is compared with minus 5, since minus 5 is a smaller than 12, then simply you are going to change the position. Okay. So, initially 1 was considered to have the minimal element, now I have changed this position to 2. Okay. Now, this second element will be compared with the rest of the element. Okay. Minus 5 is compared with 6, 6 is the greater element, minus 5 is compared with 142, minus 5 is compared with 21 and compared with 3 and then 45. See, at the end of this iteration I have got this value 2. Okay. And this value itself is 2. Okay. So, I am going to keep this value is 1. So, I am going to swap 12 and minus 5. I am going to swap these two values. So, minus 5 will get this place here and 12 will be stored in this position. Okay. That is what we have done. Minus 17 and minus 5 and then 12. Right. Okay. Now, I have to consider third element. This is having the minimal element. Okay. So, third element is compared with rest of the elements. So, 12 is compared with 6. Since 6 is the minimal element, what we are going to do? We are going to change this minimal element value. Okay. So, 3 is stored in this position. Okay. Now, I have to compare the rest of the element with this third element. Okay. So, 6 is compared with 142 and then it is compared with 21 and now I am comparing it with 3. Right. So, 3 is lesser than 6. So, I have to change this minimum position. Okay. We have to change the minimal position. Now, it becomes 7 instead of 3, 7th value is having the minimal element. Right. Okay. So, then 3 is compared with the remaining elements, that is 45. 45 is greater than 3. So, we will leave as it is. Okay. At the end of the iteration, okay, we have to swap this particular element with 3. Okay. 6 will be swapped with 3. So, that is what we have done. I am sorry. So, we have compared 12 now. So, 12 should be swapped with 3. Okay. I am sorry. So, 3 should come here and 12 should come here, because we started with this position. Na? We started with this position. Okay. Now, I will concentrate upon this position. I have to find a correct element for this position. Okay. So, third position. For this position, I have to find the right element. Okay. This value is compared with 142 and 21, 12 and 45. At the end, the same element, this itself is a minimum element. Okay. So, we do not need any changes. Okay. This value will be stored on the same position only, it is in the right position. Okay. So, we do not need to make any change. Now, we will concentrate upon this particular position, that is okay, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Fourth position. 142 will be compared with 21. Okay, 21 is the minimal element. So, simply you have to make the change. Okay, instead of 4, I will be storing the position 5, and this particular fifth position will be compared with the next one. 12 is the minimal element. So, again I have to make a change. Instead of 5, I have to store it as 6. Okay, because my sixth element is minimal so far. Okay, this 12 is compared with 45. Okay, at the end I am having the value 6, that is shows sixth element is the minimal element. Okay, so what I am supposed to do, 47 should be swapped with this 12. Okay, so that is what we have done. Okay, again this element, okay, this is compared with the remaining elements. So 21 itself is minimal, so that will keep its place, and then 142. Okay, 7 will be stored here, and 7 is compared with the next element, and then 45 will come here. So the logic is very, very simple. First, what we are going to do is, we are going to assign an initial value 0, and for this 0th index I am going to find out a correct value. Okay, for that I will compare all the values. Okay, so whichever value is the minimal value, I am going to replace that value with the value which is stored in this particular position, and then next iteration my value, I am just incrementing the value, and I am going to compare the value from 2 to n minus 1. I will compare all the elements. Okay, after finding out the minimal position, I will swap these two values. Okay, then k becomes 2, k is equals to 2, and again I am going to search from third element to the rest of the element. I will find the minimal element and then I will swap it. Okay, for the rest of the position also I am going to do the same thing. Okay, so for that, how to write a program? Okay, at last this is the array which is in a sorted form. Now we will see how to write an algorithm for this selection sort. Okay, as we know, see, initially we start with fixing the value, correct value, minimal value in this position 0. Okay, 0th position we will fix the value by finding out the minimal element from the rest of the array. Okay, so initially I is equals to 0. Okay, I is equals to 0. Okay, and then we will try to find out a minimal element from the rest of the array, and we will fix the element. Okay, then we increment the value of I by 1, so it becomes 1. Okay, and then we fix the finding out the minimal element and fix this particular position. Okay, then we increment the value of I by 2. Okay, and then we will try to find out the minimal element. Right, this is how we have to do for the remaining elements also. Okay, suppose I is equals to 0, what I am supposed to do, I have to find out a minimal element from the rest of the array. Okay, starting from 1, if I is equal to 0, I have to start from 1 to n minus 1. Okay, so and I have to find out a minimal element from this range 1 to n minus 1. Okay, I have to compare this element with first element, second, third up to n minus 1. So I need another index variable j, which starts from 1 to n minus 1. Okay, so here not n minus 2, n minus 1. Okay, then when I is equals to 1, I have to find out a minimal element from 2 to n minus 1. Similarly, when I is equals to 2, I have to start find out the minimal element from 2 to n minus 1. Okay, so for each and every element of this I have to find out the minimal element in this range. Okay, for I is equals to 1 means I have to find out minimal element from 2 up to n minus 1. So every time for each and every value of I have to run this and then find out the minimal element. So this is going to be one loop. Okay, every time I value is changing from 0 up to size minus 1. It has to move, right? I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1. For each I value, I have to run another loop which will start from 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, that is I plus 1. If I value is 0, then I will start my inner iteration from 1. If I is equals to 1, I will start my inner iteration from 2. Okay, if it is 2 means I will start my iteration from 3. So I can generally write like this: I have to run the inner loop from starting from I plus 1 up to n minus 1. Okay, so for each and every value of I have to run this inner iteration to find out the minimal element. Okay, this I am changing. I is the position for which I have to find out the minimal element and fix the position, and this inner loop I am executing to find out the minimal element, right? So that is what we have written this algorithm. Okay, this algorithm, x is the name of the list and size is the variable where we are storing the size of our array. Okay, min is the variable which stores the minimal position of your array. Okay, this is going to store the minimal position. This is an important variable, minimal position of our minimal position, minimal position of a minimal variable. Okay, min is going to hold the position of the minimal variable, right? And this is our first outer loop. Outer loop is used to change the position, okay, so that we can fix that position, right? Every time we will change that position to fix it, right? So this starts from I is equals to 0 and I plus plus, and it will go up to I is less than size minus 1. Okay, so initially I am going to consider, suppose this is our array, initially I am going to consider this 0th position is having the minimal value. Okay, 0th position is having the minimal value. That is why in min I have stored this I. Okay, so initially my I value will carry the value 0. Okay, and then min value is having the value 0. Okay, then we are getting into the inner loop. Okay, this loop we are going to use it to find the minimal element. Okay, so this loop starts from j is equals to I plus 1. So initially my j value becomes I plus 1 means 1. So this is going to be my j value. Okay, so every time you have to increment the value of j and then up to j is less than size. Okay, so now we are comparing the value of x of j with x of min. That is, x of j is 12. So far the minimal position is 0 only, right? So x of 0 means we are comparing 3 and 12. Okay, and we found this value is minimal than this. So, okay, still I can have, so if you compare these two value, among these two, 3 is still a minimal value. So I don't need to make any change. So I will come to the next iteration. Now I am incrementing the value of j by 1. So j is equals to 2 now. Okay, my j is 2 now. Okay, by my I is still 0, min is still 0. Now what I am doing, this x of j means x of 2 is compared with x of min. So far my min position is 0 only. Okay, so I am comparing this minus 5 with this 3, right? So now this value is minus 5 is lesser than the already existing minimal position value, right? So now I have to change my minimal position. Now I have to change my minimal position to a new value. Okay, since minus 5 position is 2, so minimal position is changed by this value j. Okay, so instead of 0, now I have changed it to 2, right? Again you have to increase the value of j by 1. Okay, it will become 3. So this is greater, this is greater, and this is also greater. So when you reach 7, when j value reaches 7, okay, then you have to compare minus 5 with 7. Okay, minus 5 is compared with 7. Now minus 17 is minimal. Okay, so this condition will become true. X of j is a minimum than the existing minimal value. Okay. Now I have to change my minimal position to 7. Okay, so I have to change it to 7 now. Okay, and then again I will increment the value by 1, 8. So since 45 is greater than minus 17, I will leave it. Okay, now I have come out of this inner loop because I have found the minimal position. I have found the position which is having the minimal element. Now I can make this swapping. Okay, using the temporary variable, I can swap min value with x of I. Okay, whatever value which is stored in this particular position, okay, that is swapped with the minimal value. Okay, minus 17 and 3 is swap. Okay, so next what we are going to do, initially I was 0, so this will be incremented to now 1, because I is the position we have already done. Okay, now I am taking my minimal position is again as 1, since min is equals to 1. Okay, so I am considering this is going to be my minimal element. Okay, in the previous iteration we have done this swapping. Here we are going to have the value 17, here we will be having 3. Okay, so we have fixed this position, so we have moved on to the next position. Now I is 1, so minimal element I am considering is in the first position. Now my j value will start from I plus 1, so my j value will start from 2. Okay, and this is compared now. Okay, x of 2 is compared with x of 1, right? Since minus 5 is lesser than 12, so simply I am going to change my min value, min position by 2. Okay, here it is going to be 2. Now I will increment the value of j. Okay, it will become 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, so no value is minimal than this. So at the end of this inner loop, my min variable is going to have the value 2. Okay, so then what I am going to do, this 2 second value, that is minus 5, is swapped with this I, x of I value. X of I is 1. Okay, so these two values are swapped. Okay, at the end I am going to get like this, minus 5 and 12. So next I will be incrementing the value of I by 1. Okay, for that I will run the inner loop iteration from 3 to n minus 1. I will find the minimum element and then I will swap these two elements. So every time I have to increment the outer loop, and for that I will execute a complete inner loop and find out the minimal element, and then we can swap the elements. So this is how we can write an algorithm. Okay, next we will do the complexity analysis for best case and worst case. Okay, so consider this array. Best case means if your array is already sorted. Okay, so this array is already sorted. Okay. Then if you run your algorithm, first we will consider the 0th element is a minimal element, and we will try to find out a minimal element from the rest of the array, right? This particular element will be compared with all the element. Okay, we cannot leave this because already we have a minimal element. We don't know whether your array is sorted or not. Okay, so before you fix this element, you must be very sure the remaining element are not a minimal than this particular element. We will compare all the rest of the element, that is this size is n means 7 times you will be comparing. Okay, and then you will fix at the end of the comparison only you can fix this element. Okay, to fix the element on this position, first position, you have to compare it with the remaining element, that is 6 times you have to compare it, right? Okay, to fix this particular position you have to compare it for 5 times. Okay, 5 times. So like that it will go on. If you wanted to fix this position, you have to compare 1 time, right? For 8 we don't need to compare anything. Okay, so this is a series. Okay, so if suppose the size of your array is n, means if the size is n means you can write the formula like this, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n minus 1. You can write it like this. Okay, and then equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2. As we already know, that is, this can be written like this: n squared minus n divided by 2. Constant we can ignore, and then this n also we can ignore, because if you compare the value of n squared with this n, this is going to be an ignorable one. Okay, so that we can ignore this value. Okay, so our omega, the best case is omega of n squared. We can only keep this n squared term. Okay, so this is the best case time complexity analysis for selection sort. Next, we will consider the worst case. Worst case means if your array is sorted but in a reverse order. Okay, 876 up to 1. Okay, because it is in a reverse order. Okay, in worst case, what we will do? We have to fix this position. Okay, by comparing, we have to compare remaining elements, whether it is sorted or unsorted, I don't mind. Okay, if you wanted to fix that particular position, I have to compare with all the remaining elements, same thing. Okay, 7 times I have to compare it. Okay, to fix this position. Okay, in this case also, I don't know whether it is sorted or unsorted, I have to do the remaining comparison. Similarly, here, even though it is reversely sorted, I have to compare this with the remaining element, that is 6 times I have to compare. Okay, similarly for the all the elements. Okay, same like this case. Okay, 2 times plus 1 time. The last element does not require any comparison. Okay, same formula we have got, that is n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so we can only have the higher exponential term, that is n squared. We can only consider this term. So in a selection sort, whether it is a best case or worst case, both are going to behave in a same manner. Okay, because if it is a sorted array, we don't have any strategy to end our comparison. Okay, we have to do whether it is sorted or unsorted, you have to compare that particular value with the remaining element, then only you can fix that particular position. So this algorithm will behave in the same manner. So worst case is also big O of n square. Hope you are able to follow this.